Today we are solving this problem, diffuse the worms. So you have a worm to diffuse and your time is running out. Your informer will provide you with a circular array code of length n and a key k. To decrypt the code, you must replace every number. All the numbers are replaced simultaneously, you can consider. So one k is given to us, and basically one array, circular array you can say, is given to us. Okay, so what we have to do is, if k is greater than 0, for example, we can take this. Okay, let's say this is our array, and if k is greater than 0, so k is 3 here. So what we have to do is, at every place we have to replace the k numbers sum. For example, let's say we are looking for this solution. Okay, so what we will do is, this is very first, right? So what are the next three guys? 7, 1 and 4. So their sum. So if we do, so what we will replace here, 7 plus 1 plus 4. Okay, so 7 plus 1 plus 4. This is the in place of this. Now similarly for this guy, what would be the next 3? Next 3 is 1, 2 and this guy, because this is a circular array, right? So when we are reaching to the last one, then next would be, so what it would be? It would be 1 plus 4 plus 5. Okay, so 1 plus 4 plus 5. Now we'll go to this guy. What would be here? Here would be next 3. So 1 is this, 1, 2 and 3. So 1 plus 5 plus 7. 4 plus 5 plus 7. Okay, so 4, 5 plus 7. So we replaced here. Now come to this last guy, 4. So this is the last, right? So what are the next 3 guys? K equal to 3, right? So next 3 would be, we will go to, this is last, right? So we will go to the very first one. So 5 plus 7 plus 1. So 5 plus 7 plus 1. Now you can sum up, right? It's not a matter of sum. So it's a matter of understanding the thing. So see here, this would be our answer here. Okay, you can just sum up and just keep it as it is. So this should be our answer, but this was for k equal to positive. Now what if k was negative? So take an example. See here, very first example is k is basically minus 2, right? So in case of negative, what we will do is, basically we are, let's say we are starting from here. So in case of minus, we have to take the previous, like in this case we were taking next k element sum, like we started at 5, so we took the sum of next 3 elements. But here we have to take the previous k elements. So for example, let's say we are writing the solution for this. So suppose, so we started from very first, which is 2. So what are the previous 2 elements? Because this is k is equal to minus 2, so we have to take previous 2 elements. So what are those previous 2 elements? Previous 2 elements would be, because this is a circular array, so we will be having this guy, 3 and 9. So we will replace here 3 plus 9. Similarly for 4, what it would be? So for 4 it would be what? It would be 1 previous is this guy 2 itself, and 1 would be 3. So 2 plus 3, right? So it would be 2 plus 3. Now go to this guy, 9. What would be the previous 2? Obviously 2 plus 4. So we'll write here 2 plus 4. Now come to the very last guy, which is 3. So what are the 2 previous? This is 4 and 9. So it would be 4 plus 9, right? So this is the only difference between the negative and positive k. This is what we have to do. Now one more scenario, if k equal to 0. So if in case of k equal to 0, we don't have to do anything. We have to simply return 0 every place, right? Same size array, you create a same size array and put the 0 everywhere. So these are the 3 conditions given in the question. You can read here that if k is greater than 0, replace the ith number with the sum of the next k numbers. That is what we are doing here. We did here for the next k elements. And similarly for negative, replace the ith number with the sum of previous k numbers. That is what we did here for this guy, as k is negative. And when k is 0, replace ith number with the 0. So everything should be 0. So these are the 3 conditions. We are just decrypting it. So as code is array, right? The name of this code is array. So as code is circular, the next element of the code n-1 is code 0. Yeah, that same thing, right? And the previous element of code 0 is code n-1. Similarly we were doing here, right? That previous to this guy, last 3, right? So what is the previous to it? Previous to it, here it is 9. But what is the previous to 2? the very first guy, the previous to 2 would be the very last guy. Okay, and next to very last guy would be the very first guy. This is as simple as that, what happens in circular array. Okay, now we will look for the solution, that how to do this. So one way is to go for use the brute force approach and look for using a for loop. We can do that, but that's not a efficient way. So we will go in a sliding window technique. I'll tell you what it how does it work here. So what we have to do is basically according to the k, okay, whether k is negative or positive or 0, we have to basically take care of it. So how we will do is, let me remove these extra stuff which is no more required for us. So then we will be writing the code for it. So see here, take an example. For example, our k is positive. Okay, so if k is greater than 0, what would be our start point? So because anyway initially we have to get the sum of the next k elements, right? So sum, let's say initially I have sum equal to 0. Okay, so in case of k is positive, what we have to do is we have to take the start point. So start point would be what would be the start? So start would be 1, right? We to put the value for 0th location, we started from 1, right? This guy is sitting at 1. So from starting from 1 and ending at k, right? These are the interval to get the next k element sum, right? In case of positive. So what we will do, start equal to 1, end equal to k, in case of k greater than 0. But guys, similarly, if k is less than 0, what we will do? If k is less than 0, what we did here, you can understand here, for this guy, what we were doing, we were doing the last k elements starting from here, right? We were starting from here. Okay, we started at here and we ended at here, right? So we want the last k elements to start for 0th element in case of k is negative. So what we will do here, so in case of this, start would be what? Start would be our n minus k, whatever, where n is the length of this array. So start would be n minus k, and what would be the end? End would be obviously here, end would be n minus 1, because we are going initially for 0th location, we are going till here. So this guy would be n minus 1. Okay, now accordingly we will be, so first of all, what we have to do is we have to check whether k is 0, k is less than 0 or greater than 0. In case if it is greater than 0, our start would be 1 and end would be k. If it is less than 0, then start would be n minus k and end would be n minus 1. Okay, now one more thing is, it's a one constant is given in the question. You can see, go below, that the value of k is see here, the value of k, the numerical, you can say the mod of k would be always between 0 to n minus 1. Okay, mod. Okay, so we can make sure here that it would not go out of this boundaries. Okay, so in case of positive, start equal to 1, end equal to k. In case of k is negative, then start would be n minus k and end would be n minus 1 initially to get a start. Okay, so what we will do is, for this range, the range whatever we got, we will sum those many things, right, in this variable. So sum would be the sum of all these elements which are sitting at the start and end. For example, let's say we are doing solving for it. So what is the start here? Start would be at 7 and end would be at 4. So what would be the initial sum? Initial sum would be 7 plus 1 plus 4, right? It would be 12. So initially what we will do, at the 0th location we would put in an answer variable. Here we would put 12, right? So we will put 12. Now what we will do, we will look for this this location. So what we will do in this case? In this case, whatever sum we got, we will remove the 7 from it and would be add the next guy into it. Correct? So we will add this guy. This is the second guy from here. So 5. So what we will do, 12 minus 7, which was sitting at start point, and adding the end plus 1. So end plus 1, our end was here, but we added one more, right? So it will come to here. Correct? So it would be plus 5. So in this way we will go here in case of k equal to positive. So we got initially the sum of it, and then what we were doing, we are starting from this range. So after doing this, what we will do, so initially what we will do, you will get the sum of this range, whatever range, doesn't matter if it is positive or negative. Then what we have to do is, we will start for I equal to 0 to I equal to n minus 1, because anyway our aim is to fill the answer variable for every location. So I is equal to 0 till where, n minus 1, we have to fill all the values. So in this case what happened, we were doing the sum equal to what it was, sum equal to that answer of AI equal to sum. Okay, it was like this. So whatever sum we found, we would be doing answer of, let's say answer of I would be sum. So once we fill the sum for it, then we have to update the sum. Okay, so for example here we initially put the 12 here. Now what we will do is, we have to increase this start, right? So start would become start plus plus. Okay, so start plus plus. So our start now will come when we are at here, our start should come here. So that is why we are removing this. So sum equal to sum minus, before doing this start we have to do sum equal to sum minus code of start. So in this way we are removing the value 7, and then what we will do is, we will add the values which is being increased here. Like in this case we added 5. So in this case sum equal to sum plus, and the this guy code, sum plus code of the end plus 1. Okay, because we are going to the next guy. So this would be and plus 1. I will explain more better in my code which I have written. You will get a better idea. So what I have to say is, like whenever we are decreasing or increasing start, we have to make the percent as well, because we want to stay in the boundaries of this array. For example, let's take an example when we were at here, right, when we came here, we have to find the next 3 guy. So this is where, this is an index 2, this is index 3, right? So but we need the next 3 guys. So 2 plus this is 3. So if we add one more, it would become 4, right? So in this index, if I add one more, this is our end, right? So end plus 1, so 3 plus 1, it would become 4, but entire size itself is only up to 3, right? 0 1 2 3, size is 4, but index would be only go for up to 3. So but we have got an index 4. So what we have to do is, we have to make the mod of the size of this array, right? So which is 4. So 4% 4, it will give us 0. So basically our n plus 1 would be pointing to this guy 5, which is sitting at index 0. So that is why we are using the modulus here. So let me show you my corresponding code for better clarification. So see here, you can see here what I have done is, anyway this is just getting the length of it and the answer variable that we need to. Initially I have put start equal to 0 and end equal to 0. So see here, if k is 0, then we are returning directly the answer array, which is having by default everything is 0. But see here, if k is greater than 0, I'm making start equal to 1 and end equal to k. Okay, but if it is going to else part, that means it is negative. So start would be n minus math.abs_k. Why I did abs, because k is negative. Okay, so this would be our start point, like we did here for this guy. Our start became here in the negative, our start came here, and end would be n minus 1. So for same way I am doing here, end is n minus 1. Now see here, initially sum equal to 0, then we got the sum from start till end. Okay, we got the size, so the initial windows sum would be this guy. Now what we will do is, here we are starting filling the values for every index. So initially what we did directly answer I equal to sum. Now see here, what I have done is sum equal to sum minus code of start %n. So see here, we have to remove the, when we are going to the next index, we have to remove the element which is sitting at its start, and then we have to add the next element like n plus 1. So we removed from the start element and we added the new element to the sum, which is the next, that means n plus 1. And then we are increasing start plus 1 and n plus 1 similarly. So when we will come out of this loop, everything would be there in this answer array. Okay, so let me execute this code. Yeah, so let me try to submit it. Yes, it is 100% faster. So what is the time complexity? We are doing in O of n only. We are doing with the single traversal, and space complexity is also O of n because we are using this answer array. So thank you for watching the video. If you guys have any concern, please make a comment.